133, there's Chris Dardanes. He's #1 in the country. He's undefeated. He's out of Chicago, Illinois, Oak Park River Forest High School. Brandon Agam there, associate head coach, encouraging his young wrestler there. And then Ryan Taylor, sophomore, up to 133 after being at 125 even earlier this year out of St. Paris High School, St. Paris Graham. This is how they got here. Chris Dardanes beating Corey Clark from Iowa on his way to the finals, and Ryan Taylor, the #2 seed, holding serve. Should be a good matchup, Jim.
It will be, because you know what? The Arnold Classic is here, sponsored by Arnold Schwarzenegger. But these are the two strongest young men, pound for pound, in the whole tournament. We haven't seen Ryan Taylor yet, but he's incredibly gifted, powerful wrestler. And of course, we know what Chris Dardanes does. He's just a pound. He's just hard with the ties, heavy hands in every situation, really makes you work. That's what he was able to do one more time with his match with Corey Clark, which was a close one.
You know, Dardanes goes north and south about as good as anyone, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he crosses the Mason-Dixon line spots. Hard.
That's the secret, I think, to Taylor, is moving him side to side and lowering the level, because you're not going to beat Dardanes going north and south.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you're going to take down Ryan Taylor north and south, though. That's the interesting thing about him, is that he once he locks onto something, he gets in almost a international lifting position. I'm sure he can clean as much as the 65-pounders.
Ryan Taylor with a record of 23-3. Finished the regular season ranked #3 by Intermat. Intermat's our ranking sponsors. We're very grateful to Andrew Hips, owner of Intermat.
And just like the previous match, we have the third and fourth match between Corey Clark and Johnny DeJulius, Iowa and Ohio State, battling over one team point, one team advancement point. So that's what the crowd noise that you hear is. And
it's big when it's only a 1.5 separation. That's what it is right now. Iowa out in front after 125. They're only a 1.5 ahead of Ohio State. Each have 3 wrestlers left in the finals. One more head-to-head.
It's interesting, these two athletes. A nice job by Dardanes. He's able to go ahead and get on the leg. He's able to spread Taylor out quite a bit. Is he able to shelf that leg like he did right there? Working for limp the arm out, try to get to the far ankle. Look him pop his hips in. He's pretty good at attacking that bottom leg. See the tight whizzer that Taylor has. An athlete with good balance. And this is our first opportunity to really lay eyes on Taylor at this weight class. Looks pretty good.
As I said, he started last year. He was 3rd here in the Big Tens at 125. Started the year at 125. And just decided it was too much of a pull. Went up to 133, lost 2 of his first 5 matches at 133, but here he is in the finals. He's on a 13-match winning streak. Hasn't lost in the calendar year 2015.
And Chris Dardanes, every tie, and he works on you. Sometimes he gets in a little bit of trouble with over-under situations like he's in right now. But here's where he's at his strength. When he stuffs your head and works the go behind, he's as good as they come. Yeah, slide-by attempt there. And you know what? What's important about that slide-by, it slows the opponent down. If you've got a guy that really likes to push you out there, you hit a couple of those, just even if you don't score with it, you slow him down. You slow down that north-south movement that you mentioned before.
You talk about technique and tactics. There's a lot of tactics involved in this first period. There's 0-0 after the first period. And Taylor out of St. Paris Graham, and he's one of 3 St. Paris Graham wrestlers in the Big Ten Finals, and we're going to see 2 of them going head-to-head when Badger teammate Isaac Jordan and Ohio State's Bo Jordan, they're first cousins. They're going to go at it at 165.
On mat #1, we wrestled 1 period for the championship.
Nice elevator technique. Oh, I just love that. That's just old school. Okay, you felt the guy moving forward. Now he comes to that underhook. He has been doing this the whole meet. I wasn't able to drop back in. Good work by Dardanes. You know, when you're in a scramble situation like that, the one thing that if you could focus on one thing, keep your feet moving. You know, keep your feet moving. Send the balls to your feet, and that's exactly what Dardanes did there to get out of that dangerous situation.
Chris Dardanes, a senior, a two-time All-American. Last year, he was not as a junior. He was as a freshman, was as a sophomore at this weight class. Then he went up to 141, was not last year, and now he's back to 133. Ranked number 1 in the country in the intermat rankings, undefeated.
Entering the second period on mat number 3 for 5th place, Jimmy Gulabon of Penn State.
There's another slide-by attempt by Taylor. Now an advantage for Dardanes. See if he can work off that underhook. He's much more comfortable stuffing the head. But look at those shots. They're just almost, they call them space shots, but he tacks below the knee when he does it, and he can get his arms around, he being Taylor in the white singlet around the leg. He's really effective. He knows how to lift guys off their feet. Has some really dramatic finishes.
Ryan Taylor, overcome a lot. He has kind of congenital hip problems, has had a couple of operations on his hips, and therefore can't, you know, really run like a lot of other wrestlers from a conditioning standpoint. He's overcome a lot, and here he is in the finals of the Big Tens at 133 pounds.
Both guys really heavy on the collar ties, ear to ear. And this is Dardanes' game right now. He likes to, oh, another slide-by attempt. You know, the thing you like about Taylor, boy, does he commit to do anything he does. He just does with such velocity. Short time left in the period. Again, just goes all the way through. And his head just looks like the worst possible position to do a lift, but he just keeps on driving and keeps his feet moving.
And that's the end of the second period. The 1-0 lead for Taylor with that escape. And Coach Michelle, and there is Barry Davis. 21st season at Wisconsin. He was a 3-time NCAA champion, 2-time Olympian, a silver medalist himself. He's done a great job of reloading at Wisconsin.
Boy, he sure has, Tim. That program was decimated, few transfers, and boy, he's really got some finalists here with Jordan. Medbury was the #1 seed at heavyweight. Nice job of coming back here for Coach Davis, rebuilding his program. I think he's got a lot of nice help too from Kyle Russell and his assistant coaching staff, really working well together. There's the escape by Dardanes, so 1-1.
So there's no riding time advantage. It's 1-1. And Dardanes in on the single leg.
Deep on that single leg. Let's see what he tries to do. He's trying to scoot that left leg underneath, but eventually he wants to go ahead and put that ankle of Taylor. It looks like the flexibility of Taylor. He wants to put it on the shelf right there. He wants to go ahead and get that, lift that up and see the hand fighting going on. And you want to try to attack the top hand if you're Ryan Taylor and keep your opponent's head in the mat. So he's in a good position right now. Notice how he's got weight forward, but Dardanes was able to go ahead, come up to his feet, but he didn't have the leg secured when he did so.
So Taylor gets out of that predicament. It's still 1-1 and less than a minute left.
Again, see the vision. Dardanes a little bit high. Taylor going to drop down. See if he can commit to a deep shot.
The shot, it's pretty
Dardanes
close.
beats him to it. But once again, they're in on that whizzer. You see how he's got that whizzer? He got locked onto his own leg. Now he's coming to an underhook. This could be a throw situation.
Oh,
no,
down,
good scramble.
Nothing
yet.
Whizzer's still in, but he slips it and gets the 2 points. Dardanes goes out in front.
No, great job, great finish, and 1 count on the potential back points there.
So no back points, but the 2-point takedown out in front, 3-1 with 10 seconds left.
Dardanes just a hammer.
1-point escape.
Nice job there. You got to be careful with that underhook. Coming all the way, he's going to try a cement mixer, and he stopped, and this could be a fall. Nope.
And time's out.
Wow.
Big finish. Great try by Taylor.
Exactly. If you're going to go down, make sure that you go down with everything, because you know what? It's all about winning a championship here, but great job by Chris Dardanes on the single leg finish. Got several reps on it. Finally came through.
Having himself a season, the senior Chris Dardanes. A Big Ten champion. He's undefeated. He'll go in to the NCAA championships, seeded #1.